Alright, so today we are going to be talking about something no one has been talking about. And honestly, why would they? Why would they listen to some crazy person trying to say and speculate on when the next Chibi-Robo game will be? Now, as you read the title, the next Chibi-Robo game is sooner than we expect. And why do I say this? Well, let me tell you. But first, 95% of people do not subscribe to my channel. So I would like if y'all did that, because you can find more content like this and everything from my channel, and it's fun. It's awesome. Yeah. So, anyways, the reason why I think the next Chibi-Robo will be very soon, well, sooner than we expect, of course, is that, well, Chibi-Robo and Pikmin, you don't usually put them together, but they're similar franchises in sort of ways. They're both realistic. They're set in a realistic location. Like in Pikmin, you're set in the grass and everything, and like you're on this planet and everything and all that. But yeah, it's realistic graphically, and also Chibi-Robo is like that. You are in this giant house and everything, and you're exploring. But that's not the reason. We are diving deeper into this, because here is where I get my tinfoil hat on, and I potentially end up being completely wrong. So, I think that we're gonna get the next Chibi-Robo game in October. Now, but before you're like, isn't that a bit too soon? Wait, Nintendo doesn't release games that soon. Hold on, just hear me out here. So you know how Pikmin 3, the last Pikmin game before Pikmin 4, took 10 years? And they were both released in the same month. If we can see here, Pikmin 3 was released sometime in July, and Pikmin 4 also released in July. So, if we look at Chibi-Robo Ziplash, which I know this game blows, but let me just tell you something. That this is currently the last Chibi-Robo game we've gotten so far. And I think that Chibi-Robo Ziplash and the next Chibi-Robo game will release in the same month. And if you can see here from the screenshot, Pikmin 3 was an earlier release, but still like July 13th, right? For Pikmin 3, and for Pikmin 4 it was July 21st. So if we look here, we can see that Chibi-Robo Ziplash was released in October 8th, 2015. I think, personally, this could mean that we will get the next Chibi-Robo in October, around Ziplash's 10-year anniversary, kinda, maybe, but really, I think it will be in the 20th of the days. So what I mean by that is, like, my prediction is it's gonna be around the end of October, because they want to spread out the release even a tiny bit. But I think that it will release in October 28th, 2025. Now, we have no evidence towards the release date, but I think it's going to coincide with Ziplash's release month, in the same way that Pikmin revived. So, also, another reason why you should believe me, and believe this, and to know that it's not all just copium. So, it seems that Nintendo has traditionally revived franchises. every 10 years. And most of the time, this doesn't happen. But more recently, we see for Tamagotchi Life and Rhythm Heaven that it took 10 years for them to get a new entry. Now, obviously, they're not out, but still, I think that counts. We both waited 10 years for each of them. So, I think they're going to do the same thing with Chibi-Robo. And I think now's the time is better than ever because everyone is going to want to get the Switch 2 and everything. And if they get this game called Chibi-Robo, they're going to like it because Chibi-Robo is one of those characters that fits the bill for a cute and lovable little mascot character that people will tear that up during Halloween in this spooky time. I know it's not a spooky game, but they could potentially make the next Chibi-Robo spooky. I just don't think they're going to do that. That's really, really unlikely for me. I think they're going to make something more similar to the first game and how it controls and everything, and new locations and everything, new gimmicks, new powers, everything. I think is going to be brilliant. Anyways, that is me, Smiles, and I would like to say one more thing before this video ends. But Smiles, Skip Limited, the people who made Chibi-Robo in the first place, doesn't exist anymore. And to that, I say, well, technically, they still do exist. And it's around this company called Tiny Wonder Studio. You might also be wondering, isn't that the same people who are making the spiritual successor to a Chibi-Robo? No, I think that game is still going to release, but I'm not going to call it a spiritual successor because I know they're working with Nintendo and production for a brand new Chibi-Robo as we speak, and they're planning it out and everything, ready to surprise people. And what do I think this announcement will take place first? This is going to be a bold prediction, but in order for this game to come out and release in October as an exclusive Switch 2 game, I forgot to mention that, by the way, sorry. I think that it will be in a September General Direct, and it's going to be one of the announcements. People are going to be shocked. People are going to be like, what the fuck is the Chibi-Robo? But yeah, I think that we're going to get a release date for later in the October this year to coincide with Ziplash. So yeah, and it will not be a 2D platformer. If I see it and it's a 2D platformer or something that isn't revolving around the Chibi-Robo franchise, I'm gonna be really sad. I just want something that, you know, makes people want to play it. Like, people didn't play Ziplash because, not just because they changed the genre, but also because the game was just genuinely not fun and had really weak gameplay and stuff. And that's the reason why IGN gave it a 5 out of 10, which I still think is too high for that game. That game was really bad, and it ultimately decided the downfall of the Chibi-Robo franchise and that moment. But I think there's going to be a new Chibi-Robo game, and I think it's going to release in October this year. Now, you can come back at this video when October ends, or like if anything happens and it doesn't happen, you can shame me in the comments. I'll shame myself for not predicting it correctly. But yeah, I think there's gonna be a brand new Chibi-Robo game, and people are gonna be pumped. Even people who haven't played the franchise, because this character is still very much marketable. They just need to put in the potential and a brand new entry. Anyways, that's gonna be all of my Chibi Copium. I think it's time for me to head out. This is Smiles, and I will be signing out. Please not a Ziplash 2. Okay, bye.